Is it this other thing right here? Rewarding this stuff. They reward the craziest people amongst them. They reward the craziest soundbites, the most insane proposals. I mean, to have somebody like that in your car, okay? Will you come back here to the front of my car and talk to me? And they're just doing that. Which one? Let's come back here. Okay. Let's come back here. All right, come right here to where my witness. My job is to make sure everybody on the road is safe.
MMI, we expect the unexpected. I think we can handle that.
Or any illicit substances. Okay. So you're kind of staring off right now.
Louder, please.
I feel like I'm speaking loud enough. Can you not hear me?
Could you speak louder, please? I have not had anything to drink.
Okay. Have you had any illicit substances?
No.
Any medications that might affect your driving?
No.
Okay. So, as I explained before, okay, the indicator, okay, some of the indicators that I saw, before my traffic stop and after, are indicative of impaired driving, okay? So part of my job is to investigate that, okay? I don't mean to inconvenience you. I don't. I really don't. That's the truth. However, I do have a job to do, okay? And part of that job is informing you of multiple indicators.
Erectile dysfunction. You guys, oh my God, watch this.
If you're seeing this video before March 7th, 2025, you're going to be the richest person in your family. Let me tell you exactly.
Do not oil that you have. What happens is you're covering the dirt with new oil to make it kick. That's why you think you have dandruffs.
If you're unsure or unaware of
No, like, if you talk about more recent people,
I would say the 2000 era.
2000 era.
For sure.
Okay, sure.
I talked about this before this election.
Do you need something to help you to stop eating?
My name is Jeff Brown.
Brush your teeth 3 times a day. Wake up in the...
Even, for like maybe typical classical liberals, this is too crazy for us. And so all these normal people went over to the Republican side of things and they voted for normalcy. They voted for Trump, and Democrats are still doubling down on this, which just, it goes to show you they're more devoted to this message of ideological insanity than they are the voters that they're claiming that they're activating to serve. They still haven't proposed anything that they believe would do better for voters than what Trump is offering right now. I gotta tell you, I mean, I agree with everything that Trump is talking about lately, particularly some of the stuff with Gaza. But I've never seen a politician wake up and go from morning to night getting the business done of the American people. I don't think, Jesse, you and I don't even have his energy. I think he's a robot. He's just going, and delivering on all of this stuff. Meanwhile, Democrats are always bitching and moaning about trans and sex changes and having taxpayers fund all of this and fighting against deportation and accountability. That is not going to win a single voter.
Like when Donald Trump got elected the first time. Democrats spent 4 years with our tax money trying to impeach Donald Trump. I don't want to go through 4 more years of the same old bullshit. It's time for us to demand that the Democrat rats be retired. We don't need nobody that's against the people or our company. Because for those who don't know, you need to know. The United States of America is a business. It's our business. For the people, by the people. And it's time to demand that the people that's not about our business be fired. We're $36 trillion in debt. Because of who? The same assholes that's trying to go against Donald Trump.
multi-party system, but Democrats can't be a part of it. That party's dead.
Yep.
It's a dead party. It's a ghost anymore.
That's such a great point that they're serving their ideology instead of the voters. I just didn't know that guacamole came from avocado. And I'm so glad Fried Chuck Sugar enlightened me. I don't know what I would have done on
They hold up a can of Corona. A can.
Never from a can. David Lash, good to see you. Gaza is getting a Trump Tower. Right back.
That piece of land developing and creating thousands of jobs with something that will be magnificent in a really magnificent area that nobody would know. I don't want to be cute. I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so magnificent.
Who thought we'd have an American state in Gaza before a Palestinian state? You thought the Israelis were going to occupy Gaza. The Americans are. Trump says he wants control of the Strip so he can finally bring peace and prosperity and seaside condos. The media suddenly started hating nation building.
It's preposterous and it's illegal by any understanding of international law.
This is not anything of a plan. This is a complete American imperialism at its roots, at its core. Donald Trump suggesting that this land in the Middle East would be better occupied and overseen by America. I just don't think we can.
The media suddenly started hating nation building.
It's preposterous and it's illegal by any understanding of international law.
This is not anything of a plan. This is a complete American imperialism at its roots, at its core. Donald Trump suggesting that this land in the Middle East would be better occupied and overseen by America. I just don't think we can really begin to even comprehend what we're hearing 2 weeks in from this administration.
And clearly America is now, expressing clearly that they want to occupy permanently, probably, Gaza. They want the ethnic cleansing of Palestinians.
Trump's shooting to be the greatest deal maker in history. There's one deal no president's ever been able to make. Peace in the Middle East. We'll have to send Johnny to Gaza to find out. But you're not going to get results by doing the same old thing over and over again. Results by doing the same old thing over and over again. Middle East Forum Affiliation Chief Editor Jim Hansen is here. So what's the deal with oceanfront property on the MAGA Strip? Maybe Mar-a-Lago on the bed. Look, this is Donald Trump doing what he does better than anyone. Doing what he does better than anyone. Kicked over the conference tables. He said nothing anyone has done in the past 75 years has been even slightly fruitful. Let's go to the source of the problem. The source of the problem is the Gazans and the Palestinian Authority and the predecessors have been trying to drive the Jews into the sea and own the land from the river to the sea for far too long. Let's not do that anymore. Let's make it great again. Does it have to become a U.S. state? I mean, we're already adding stars for Canada, Greenland, potentially Panama. Yeah, I don't know if we make it a state, a territory, or if we just rebuild it and make it an international economic zone. I don't know. Donald Trump seems to be able to do whatever he sets his mind to these days. Let's get him and Elon working on this and some of the rest of the brainiacs they know and figure out a better way for that piece of land to stop being one of the biggest problems on the planet. He also said today that he'd obliterate Iran if they ever make mischief again. Is this proposal also aimed at the Iranians? It tells the Iranians that you may have proxies you've been paying to cause trouble and to turn that region into a hellhole for a long time, and that's not the way it's going to be anymore. And if you come for the king, we're not only going to miss, we're going to squash you flat. I think the messaging is clear. Do not mess with the big dog because he's coming off the porch. So we'll just evict the Iranian-sponsored tenants who've been raining mayhem with condom bombs all over Israel. And the Saudis do want a deal. Trump's also trying to get the Saudis and the Israelis together. Does this play into that? That would be the biggest parlay in the world. I think let's not underestimate the difficulty of this. This is a massive undertaking. So let's get the Saudis. Let's get the rest of the Gulf Arabs involved. Let's get the Europeans involved. Everybody has a stake in something better than what's going on. Europeans involved. Everybody has a stake in something better than what's going on. And if the two-state solution is Israel and Jordan and Egypt on the other. I mean, if the Democrats were all on board to rebuild Afghanistan, I mean, Gaza should just be that's child's play. Hanson, I gotta go, but thank you so much for joining us in this breaking news environment. Always great, Jesse. Alina Hava is the counselor to President Trump and joins me now. Always great, Jesse. Alina Hava is the counselor to President Trump and joins me now. And was this idea that people were kind of spitballing throughout the day? How did this idea come together?
There's nobody better at making a deal than the man who wrote The Art of the Deal. That's the truth, Jesse. Listen, he wants one thing, and that's the art of peace. I think that should be his next chapter. And this is a big step towards that. There is nobody who will be better. As we've seen it, just what he's done since we've been in. It's been so fast and so rapid that even the left-wing media can't keep up with how much good we're doing. And that's what we need in America. We're going to have collaborative help. We're going to do things such as tell people that we will challenge you for taking advantage of America, and then we will work together because the end result and the end goal is one thing. And that's the truth, Jesse. And this is something we've talked about ad nauseum every day since we've gotten in. Let's make the world better by making America stronger. And we've seen that works. And it works under President Trump. And there's only really one person who could have done this, and that's the president himself.
Well, the Democrats have been crazy about freezing foreign aid. This would unleash some considerable foreign aid, rebuilding Gaza. Do you think that this is something that maybe the Democrats could agree to?
I think they should if they care about world peace. I think they should if they care about stop spending how much money they're spending on DEI plays and operas in Colombia. We've seen $50 million to Gaza for condoms that they're using for bombs. We're seeing all kinds of spending being cut. So why not spend that money on protecting people in the world who have been persecuted and prosecuted, much like President Trump, who are going to be given a safe haven? And while they do, let's take that script and let's make it great again. Let's make the world great again by making America great again. And that's what President Trump is doing. He's literally using this position to do as much good as humanly possible, not just for America, but for humanity. And the left span that you're talking about, you and I know it well. It's a panic, it's a frantic grasp for air, so that if it was clear, they wanted peace, they wanted strength, they want peace through strength, and that is what President Trump's going to do, not just for us, but for everybody. And I think this is a clear signal to that.
You know, he used the same play to seduce the Rocket Man. He said, just put the missiles away. We could build beautiful housing in the Korean Peninsula. We don't need to fight each other. We can all live happily. It's the same thing here. Do you think these countries are going to go for it? Some of these people in Gaza, he might want to have go to Egypt or Jordan.
I think we should look at what's happened already. I think facts speak very loudly, and I like to speak in fact. It makes the lawyer in me. But let's look at what happened with Colombia. Let's look at what happened with Mexico. Let's look at what happened with Canada. Our facts speak louder, Colombia. Let's look at what happened with Mexico. Let's look at what happened with Canada. Our facts speak louder than anything else. And the history of this administration in the past few weeks, only a few weeks, speak louder than words. And that is strength. We are going to make the world better. We really are. Maybe it should be make the world better again and great again. But that is what we're working at. It's not just about America. When America is strong, everybody wants to get on board. And we're seeing that now. Maybe we have to say we're going to tariff you, we'll sanction you. If you don't behave yourself, if you take advantage of our economics, if you bring fentanyl into our country, which is what they're doing, it's a fentanyl crisis right now, we're not going to let you kill our people. And we're not going to let you kill other people that are innocent. That's what President Trump is standing for, what's righteous, what's good, and what's clean. And I think that that's unfortunately going to upset some bureaucrats that were making money off of this regime in the last administration, but those days are long gone.
All right, well, Alina's already looking at land in the Mediterranean top market. You want to get in now, get in while you can. Alina's going over. Back up the Mediterranean.
Spanish speakers, they speak like part of the independent strike. And what I mean by that is people from China, Africa, Europe, Asia, South America, wherever they come from, if they're illegal and perhaps services to make a crime, I don't care where they go. Gitmo, El Salvador, the ocean, who cares? But quote unquote, Disney Bird. Let's get to the first thing. This is about Gitmo. This is from our brand new White House Press Secretary, Caroline Levitt. Of course, if you want to see this video and the other videos and my sources, our links will always be in the box. If you're on the IG, visit that link in the bio, go to the corresponding RC's website. And without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
President Trump is not messing around, and he's no longer going to allow America to be a dumping ground for illegal criminals from nations all over this world. And so El Salvador has not just agreed to the repatriation of their own.
Hey, so I know you've been there already, but Pooh just called and said I can come through and get a tour of Dre's studio as a thank you for what we did for him. Lamar crazy ass her, so you know that fool gonna be there too. But it's gonna be cool. We'll do it whenever it's good for you. Man, I'm excited for this. Look, bring a friend if you like. This one gonna hit different, all right? Peace, homie.
Illegal migrants are underway. President Trump is not.
I love it. Shout out Caroline Levitt. Shout out to President Trump. Shout out to the entire Trump administration. You guys are doing a bang up job so far. Hey, and somebody asked me, hey, ABL, what do you think? What do you think about the way things are going right now? Was your vote worth it? Did you make the right decision? I 100,000 million, but that's the percentage, made the correct decision to vote for President Trump. Let's get to the next thing. This is Trump talking about the situation of deporting these people, the violent criminals and whatnot, up out of the country. Check it out.
And frankly, they could keep them because these people are never going to be able. That person that has been arrested 42 times, or 22 times, or 17 times, and is all in for manslaughter and everything else, and only gets out because of a very weak judicial system that only goes after people like Trump. They don't go after the criminals. They don't go after people like this. And they laugh at us law. If that took place, you would have a lot less crime automatically.
Automatically off the rip. So, talk to the President Trump. Order's been good. Let's get to the next thing. This is about El Salvador, okay? The prisons over there. Yeah, you're gonna act up here. You're gonna be notorious criminal, getting locked up 1,000 times. Would it be this one sides? Okay, go over there and see if you can do all that extra stuff. Go ahead and try it over there in El Salvador. Let's check it out.
Donald Trump is to send American criminals to El Salvador's notorious mega prisons in a breakthrough migrant deal. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio predicted that El Salvador's president agreed to the most unprecedented, extraordinary migratory agreement anywhere in the world.
And before we continue, shout out to the president of El Salvador. I believe his name is Pele. If I say that wrong, right, but let me know in the comments.
He added that El Salvador's president even offered to do the same for some of America's most dangerous criminals currently locked up in the U.S., despite them being U.S. citizens or legal residents.
I'm not sure about the legality of this as far as deporting the legal and a legal citizen. I'm not really sure how that works. But if we're able to do it legally, it's not going to be a problem. I say go ahead. Let's do it. Would that be considered deportation? I'm not sure. But whatever it is, however it's classified, I want them to get this done.
Rubio is visiting the country on Monday to try and make progress on meeting Trump's demands for a major crackdown on immigration. It is also agreed that El Salvador will take back MS-13 gang members residing in the U.S. unlawfully. El Salvador is renowned for its gruesome jails, especially the counter-terrorism confinement center mega prison.
Some are going to say these kind of conditions is inhumane and how you going to treat humans like this. But look, at the end of this, talking about prison, and these people, the worst of the worst. If you're still a part of the building or something, whatever, some kind of inhumane, we're talking about sending those people to this kind of situation. Those individuals should be punished, should some kind of incarceration, some kind of jail or something like that. But, you know, little small jails and stuff like that. But this right here, yeah, you want to be an MS-13 gang member, you want to target children, you want to harm people, you want to assault them, you want to take their life, put their body in the fatty acid or in the water somewhere, you want to do stuff like that? Okay, well, there's a home for you, El Salvador. Have a good time. So, you said to the next.
Counter-terrorism confinement center mega prison, which houses some of the country's most violent gangsters. The notion of El Salvador accepting foreign nationals arrested in the US for violating immigration laws was proved so dead to the agreement. Officials have hinted that this could be an option for brutal Venezuelan gang members convicted of crimes in the US if Venezuela were to refuse to accept them. Following the meeting, a non-binding agreement that outlines the country's intentions on working together was signed. This is to advance US and El Salvador's civil nuclear cooperation, which could lead eventually to a more formal deal involving medicine too.
Shout out to El Salvador, shout out to the president over there. I love it. I think it's a fantastic thing, and I cannot wait. Hey, I already got some planes going to Guantanamo Bay. So they can make big box to little box over in Cuba. I want the next plane to go straight to El Salvador. I want them to pull up straight to finishing. If there's something right there like it's, like about to get 50 towers and all your lamps and all that's going to be on the front porch. That's what I want to see for the, again, violent, dangerous, repeat offenders. You heard Trump say it. Some may say, oh, that's insensitive. And can I just say something right quick? It's all right here. I got a little bit of time. People got to stop being so sensitive about every little thing that politicians say, especially Trump. People like your regular, normie politicos because they say things that make people feel good. They say things in a way that makes them feel good. But Trump just says it how it is. And people are offended. Y'all gotta stop being offended. What he said about some of these people are just no good. There's no rehabilitation. Let's just say, for example, child offenders. Those people, I don't think anybody's going to sit here and say, oh, you got to have empathy on them, you got to try to rehabilitate them. Nah. Those kind of people really should just go ahead and get thrown away. Just do away with them. Do away with them, and we'll be a lot better as a society if we go about things that way, in my humble opinion. But as I close, I'm going to say this. Shout out to Trump making America great again, as promised. Shout out to the haters. I don't know why anybody would hate on this. It doesn't matter if you are a Democrat, Republican, if you don't vote, if you're a libertarian, whatever it is. I think everyone should be in favor of getting rid of very violent and dangerous people. Regular, normie criminals, I'm not saying throw them up under the penitentiary. Punish them for their crimes, of course. But a mega prison for somebody stealing some, just random stuff, violent, dangerous people, nobody will have a problem with them going to the utmost, maximum type of punishment place. And if anybody has a problem with that, that kind of mentality of trying to use kid gloves on violent people is the reason why crime persists. Left Coast California, prime example. A lot of these weak heart movers over there, they say, oh, don't lock him up. He just carjacked somebody for the 15th time. He's 17 years old. He's a child. That kind of mentality will increase the crime rate. The mentality that I have, that many of you have, that Trump has, is going to decrease the crime rate. Very simple. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what's
Did you know that the most dangerous